Yo ho ho. What's good, my friends? Hope everyone is doing well. I been sick as a dog for like the last week. All my kind of momentum on my stuff just like stopped. I was like, I wait for the weekend, and then I just got back feeling so bad. But we are on the mend, finally kind of getting back into things today. So I've been playing my mage a bit. I made a fighter, I made a rogue. Rogue is level 5, fighter's level 4. This guy's level 3. I'm going to be like kind of testing all of them side by side. And I'm really trying to stream daily, so I'm going to try to be like, if you're interested in just checking out Ashes of Creation gameplay for different classes, I'm going to try to be live around this same time, like around 10 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the sort of indefinite future. And I'm not live today on Twitch, but I'm going to be trying to multi-stream over to Twitch as well. But anyways, I've made this ranger dude. He's like the new race that got added this phase. They're like elf like offshoots, like druid elves. They have like are more like nature based, like not anarchist, but like they resist like kind of formal government and stuff, and they're more like kind of tribal isolated. But they seem really cool, and it's like perfect fit for like ranger class. And I actually, even though I love bows in like every game I play, I actually haven't tried a bow in this game yet. So I'm pretty excited to get a real feel for the ranger. So we're level 3. We just came out of we did the normal starting zone. And I decided to go to this village on the right instead of the main like Alliance Hold place on the left. But yeah, we just grabbed some contracts from the board, and I'm just like testing out the rotation so far. Here's like the ranger skill tree. So basically what we're working with so far is we got power shot at level 2. Just big damn ability, and then I got this enhanced armament, so this makes it so our bow finishers or our salvo make the target become snared, which slows their move speed, makes them like harder to get up to us. This is not AOC music. This is Baldur's Gate music, by the way. That 3-pack's a little scary, maybe. So power shot's basically like this big opener. It has this really weird like lock after it that I don't like. Like, check this out. If I shoot it and then I try to like do my other ability, my salvo, I'm like spamming Q. Look how long it takes for me to Q, right? So there's like some pretty aggressive like ability animation lockout on it. So there's a lot of things like that where you can kind of dodge cancel them in this game, I figured out. So like, for example, the power shot. Like if we just do that, even though it burns stamina, which we don't really want to do, usually by the time stuff gets back up onto us, we've like recovered the stamina we used for that initial dodge. But it just lets you get your salvo out like much quicker. And this is the move we start with. Fires all stored charges in rapid succession, dealing 50% physical damage per hit. Weapon combo finishers restore 1 charge of this ability. So see, has 6. If I just press it, it'll like, shoot exactly 6, and then it recharges on the 3-second cooldown. But if I hit my finisher right here, it'll give loaded extra runs. So see how we just went 2 to 3, like 4 to 5 right there. So like basically as you're using your regular bow auto attack, you're building your salvo shots back up. which seems like a pretty cool mechanic to me. The power shot feels pretty good too, except for this like lockout at the end. And it's like not quite as bad if you follow it up with an auto instead of another ability, but like if you're trying to follow the power shot with your salvo, it's like a really long lockout for whatever reason. And the ranger tree is interesting. And there's like, it seems like there's almost like a, I don't know if it's just the way it's arranged, but there's like less total abilities, especially early on down here. Maybe that's just the way it's laid out and I'm tripping. Okay, and then we have this other like hunt mechanic that's going on. I wanted to try Scattershot, so check this out. Fires a spread of projectiles, dealing physical damage every target in the cone, but then if you get this one, Scattershot becomes a held ability. After being fully charged, you instead fire a single projectile in a forward line that pierces through enemies, dealing 250% physical damage. So it goes from like a cone AoE to like a held like skill shot. Looks like long range skill shot, so I really want to try this concentrated. So I guess we'll try power shot right now. Or scatter shot. If it feels like you're down by the river in Baldur's Gate, that's because that's what's playing. I'm curious to see if video game music from other games like infringes on copyright on YouTube. Because if you were playing Baldur's Gate, that would just be playing, right? And so it wouldn't be copyright, so I wonder if I can just play Baldur's Gate music while I play AOC and it's cool. I would enjoy that. Does this do anything? Okay, weapon combo finishers reduce this ability's cooldown by 3 seconds. So same way we're loading a salvo shot every time. So the finisher, the weapon finisher is basically this. So like for bow, you go to your bow skill tree, you pick one of these finishers at this starting point. So like it depends on the type of weapon. So like for longbow, you just have these two. This is anti-heal, this is like anti-evasion. Stagger. But basically, regardless of what you pick there, it makes the final attack of your weapon combo a finisher. So for longbow, it's the third shot. And I'm also rocking, because I've tried the other melee weapons on other characters, I was trying sword shield with for my melee, and I actually kind of low-key like really like it for ranger, because you're trying to use your bow most of the time. If you're ever forced into a melee situation, you actually get this extra defense from your shield. You also have the option to block, which is like a work in progress, instead of just evade, which like is some amount of damage mitigation, not damage avoidance. And then the longsword itself actually kind of pumps still. So I've been liking, you know, I barely have played so far, but I have been liking the longsword bow setup, or the short sword shield bow setup. Okay, and then there's this hunt mechanic happening, which is my number 4, Hunt of the Raven. Seems like a pretty cool thing. It's like think of it like it's like a more in-depth like Hunter's Mark. Like, you know, like Hunter's Mark from WoW or whatever, where you just like cast it on something and it increases damage done. It's more like a utility version of that. So like if I turn this aura on, it's basically like I keep it on, Hunt of the Raven. And there's different hunt abilities, right? Like you saw in my skill tree, I could get like Hunt of the Tiger soon. So gain Hunt of the Raven, imbued with the spirit of the Raven, accuracy increased by 10%. So just having it on, I'm 10% more accurate. When Mark Prey is cast, so you have the Mark Prey. So this is like your mark, right? Like your Hunter's Mark. When Mark Prey is cast while this hunt is active, so you like activate this aura first, and depending on which aura you have, it's going to change the functionality of your Mark Prey. So for instance, if we got Hunt of the Tiger, which we will eventually and we had that on instead of Hunt of the Raven, it's going to make our Mark Prey do something different, right? So for Hunt of the Raven, when Mark Prey is cast while the hunt is active, inflict your target with Mark of the Raven, evasion reduced by 25%. So similar to the stagger mechanic on my bow, like now I can get stuff to like negative 50% evasion. Like if this staggers and like if this procs, they're at like a huge amount of reduced evasion. And then when the mark expires, like it only lasts like like 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Gain appeased Raven Spirit. Your evasion is increased by 15%. So it's like basically you throw the mark out on something. Now his evasion is decreased. As soon as the mark ends, the duration up here. When this ends, it's going to come back to me, and now my evasion is increased. So it fell off of him and it came to me. Now when he's in melee range, I have increased evasion for basically the same duration. Appeased Raven Spirit. So it's like a combo. It's pretty cool. The only thing right now is it just takes crazy mana, so I haven't really been doing it because my mana sustain's really bad right now. And I'm thinking that's just like an early on thing. I also have this camouflage, which is pretty cool. Basically like stealth. Anyways, I haven't been using it a ton because my mana's bad, but it's a pretty cool mechanic where I could see it really coming into play later on. Much bigger. But I like the idea of like reducing their evasion, and it's timed such that like if it's melee, like by the time they get to you, now you get it back. Now my evasion is increased. So like if we looked at like the tiger one, it's doing the same thing except crit evasion. And it's giving you 10% increased crit chance. So like having that on, like this is more of the defensive one. Accuracy, well, I guess not necessarily. It's basically accuracy versus crit. Oops. Yeah, and I usually just like when stuff gets up on me, I've just been pulling out my sword and shield and whacking it. And seem to be able to trade damage pretty effectively that way, even without any melee abilities. These big packs of 3 are sketchy right here. If you time it right, you can basically dodge that entry attack every single time. I was explaining it a bit last time, but so you can basically, it's got like some Souls-like elements where you can kind of iframe, but it's not a true iframe. It's like, see, he's about to heavy slash. I can dodge like that. That like just took me out of the melee hitbox, so I'm fine, right? There's not even a roll that happens there. But if I'm in the melee hitbox and I dodge, like right here, that was another bad example, but like this. Basically what it's doing is it's rolling the same way like in World of Warcraft, you have like a hit and miss stat like under the hood, right? Where like you have spell hit, you have regular hit. And because it's a tab target game, you don't have to aim. So the hit, there's like a hit and miss mechanic built in to the combat, right? That's has nothing to do with aim, it has to do with stats. So like your chance to hit is based on the percent hit you have on your gear, and usually there's some percent hit you like need to get you close to like the cap to where you're hitting as often as you possibly can. That's basically because there's like no aim in World of Warcraft, right? It's all tab targeting. So this is like somewhat of like a hybrid system of that, where it's got the Souls like stamina bar. Like you don't have stamina in WoW, right? But here you do, and so you can use it to dodge and stuff, and like iframe attacks. You can actually completely position out of attacks, like this heavy slash you're seeing. But if you're in an attack and you try to dodge, instead of it being a true iframe, it gives you like a huge stat boost to your evasion. So like, for example, let's say my normal evasion chance is 10% when I'm just standing here getting hit by this guy, right? If I successfully like iframe an attack, it's not invincibility, but it gives me like 80% increased evasion. I'm just making these numbers up just for the sake of example. I don't know exactly what they are, but it's giving you some very much increased amount of evasion where, you know, your odds to dodge that attack with a successful iframe become 80% instead of 10%. So it's not a true iframe where you're always invulnerable, but it gives you a much better chance at actually like dodging damage. So it adds like a really cool, like one of the main things I've really enjoyed about the combat in this game that I think is going to separate it from like other MMOs is the fact that it does, and it's the same reason I love New World so much. It has Souls-like elements like built in, and they're trying to build this one even more than New World. New World, you have 2 weapons, 3 abilities each, so like 6 abilities, much more of like a you know, like MOBA style ability hotbar than like a true MMO where you have a real rotation. This has a little bit of both, where you have the Souls-like stuff of sprinting, of dodging, of blocking, of using your stamina intelligently in combat. And then it also has like the full kind of tab targeting spell rotation behind that feels so good in like WoW, right? So I think, you know, even like this early on, like they've struck a pretty cool balance between tab targeting and action combat, where you know, are doing your normal kind of like MMO tab targeting, deep spell rotation, but now on top of that, you have to think about your positioning, you have to think about dodging, you have to think about blocking, depending on what class you're playing, right? You have to be watching enemy attacks to do things like that. And if you successfully are able to avoid stuff, you take way less damage. Like if I successfully dodge stuff on like my mage who I was playing last phase when I was like soloing like 1-star elites, like first the griffins and then the big like gargoyle guys, like and like bears, the difference in a fight between if I dodge correctly and don't is like living or dying. Like basically if you do the Souls-like stuff properly, you have like a huge advantage combat wise, which I think is like really cool, especially going to be cool in PvP, but even in like raids and stuff, you can imagine, you know, there's going to be a big difference between a player that's just doing like a WoW spell rotation and a player that's doing a WoW spell rotation while paying attention to the action combat, effectively positioning, dodging, blocking, etc., right? And the fact that that is combined with a normal party size of 8, like a standard party size, like for dungeons is 8, and so raids are going to be significantly bigger than 8. You know, it's going to be hectic in like a good way. A little sketched out by these packs of 3. But so far I've been liking the bow abilities for the most part. You're not seeing me really use the mark thing much because it just takes a hell of mana, and I'm like pretty mana starved this early, it seems like. Like you can see right there, like I pressed my F way earlier after my R, and there's just like a long lockout, so just cast my F anyways sometime later. Not enough inventory space. Also, the game is still just hella buggy in general, but that's awful for you. Probably should have waited a sec to pull whoever was it. It's very easy to die in this game if you're not paying attention. Like, see there? Like, that time I successfully iframed, but he still hit, because, like, maybe I had 70% evasion right there. And he rolled high, right? He rolled like a 90. So he still hit there, even though I successfully iframed. So that's, like, the stats and gearing that's, like, coming into play on the back end. It's honestly pretty cool. It's, like, a good balance, I think. Hope you guys are enjoying the Baldur's Gate vibes as much as me. might turn it up a little bit. The snare ability that we got is actually really strong. This guy. Enhance armament. We can take these two. Just gotta kill this arsonist first. Oh. Yeah, these guys have like a bash. The shield guys have a bash. Like cancel spells. It's really annoying. In like a good way. I like it. Actually makes these guys really hard to fight in melee if you're not a melee. I gotta dodge this kill shot. I have stamina. It's not good. It's not good. I need to dodge that. Might be cooked. Like, see right there? I ranged it because I was walking backward. That heavy slash fucks me up right there if I'm not backing up. The music in this game isn't bad. It's one of those situations where... Here, I'll show you. I really like the intro music. I like the music when it plays, but like... It's one of those things where it has its own combat music, so... Like, it's got good, like, kind of ambient music when it is playing. But it's got a thing where it doesn't loop all the time, so sometimes it'll be completely silent, and then every time you get into combat, it does this combat music, which... I'm not... It's fine, but I've just gotten tired of it, basically. And I'm honestly not a huge fan of in games if you're constantly getting in combat, the music just constantly switching between combat and non-combat. I'd rather it just be like on one track, you know? Especially if the combat music is always the same, like it is here. Because you got, so it'll play for a little bit, right? And then it goes back, and then as soon as I shoot the next guy, it's gonna go back. So, it's fine, but it's like... I'm sure that will get worked on. In the meantime, we're chilling by the river. So I tried to dodge that flamethrower. I did it too early. I really want to try it. Next level, I'm going to just take the concentrated scatter shot. I feel like it's going to be like a really good pen shot. So you can, if you're not resting, you like barely regen at all, like a baseline. You have like virtually no regen stats, so you can sit like this and you can get resting, 5 health and 3 mana per second. Yeah, and then you have rations to make it go way faster. These are kind of pricey, especially early on, so I try to kind of ration my rations a little bit. Early on, especially. That's not too bad. That was like, what, like 30 seconds? What's that right there? I'm a little sad. It used to be... There was something with the physics engine where when you dodged and jumped afterward, you could like carry your dodge momentum in your jump. And they like took that away this phase, and I'm kind of sad about it, honestly, because it was a really cool like movement that you could kind of practice. But I think this is a pack of 3. These guys might fuck me up. Oh, and I pulled extra on. It's cooked. We just kill this archer and we're out. One thing they did make better this phase is last phase, the aggro radius on mobs was just insane. Like these guys would chase me like all the way back to town. And it's still pretty long, but it's better than it was. Sometimes you can get them to split pull like that though, where one stays on you. So I use the Raven here because I want to get the evade because I'm going to be poking with this guy in melee for a sec. So I get the evade now, so I'm up. He misses. He misses. He misses. Now my buff's off. Now I bail. I think I dodge too much just for the sake of movement. It's pretty costly to dodge because you can sprint too, so I think for movement you generally want to sprint. It's like way more stamina efficient. And you generally want to, it seems like you generally want to start combat with full stam too, because like right there, I hadn't really used any except for my initial dodge to animation cancel my power shot, and I was still out to just do my first dodge, so. Also, you can cancel abilities too soon like that. If you try to animation cancel like a little too early in the window, it'll just completely cancel the whole ability, which is pretty bad. That's just like a timing thing though. Get used to. I also like that you can use any weapon ability when you have any weapon out. So like, you saw right there, even though I have sword and shield out, like you just bash, so now I can just cast this in my face, so I can keep auto-attacking, and so you can like use your bow abilities like without web swapping, even if you have your sword and shield out, or like vice versa. I think we're at a pretty good spot here. These guys just kind of keep respawning. Probably stay here to level 5. It's fun though. Like, I'm waiting. The rotation's gonna get way more interesting in a couple levels. Like early on, levels like 2 through 6 or 7. are like, you know, they're pretty, like your rotation's pretty straightforward, but as you start to unlock more abilities, like it starts to get way more interesting. Like I really felt that on mage, like the mage rotation early on, you know, you're like casting your lightning bolt, then frost bolting, then like 3 firebolts, and that feels pretty good. But like once you start to get like level 8 and past, which I'll be streaming my mage more this week, the rotation like gets so much more interesting, and even as you get closer to like level 20, it just keeps getting cooler. Alright, we'll do our evade thing here. We'll kill the healer. Should get the evade right as the defender's getting to us. You can like pre-mark too, which is kind of cool, but probably not the play because it uses the timer. Unless you want to get the buff on yourself sooner, like right here. Actually really good. Just need to kill this guy. Someone's lumbering. I haven't really fucked with the crafting gathering much. A little bit I have. Enough to have like a vague sense of what's going on, but it's pretty deep. I have a hard time grinding on that stuff when I know shit's gonna get reset. Like I don't mind grinding levels because I'm playing for the combat anyways. But I'm not playing to click on trees. But I will click on trees if it helps me overall when the game actually comes out, but if I'm clicking on trees for it just to get reset, I have a harder time. It's really hard to dodge the bash, even if you're ready for it. That time I was out of stamina. Happens so fast, man. Maybe I'd try to block that. That's a pretty nice like cone range on it. This is some quest that I keep getting the same pamphlet for. I have 7 of them now. Yeah, just that opening combo kind of shreds. Power shot, dodge, salvo, and then scatter shot. It's pretty crowded over here. Oh. Usually on this class, my mana runs out before my health is in danger, which is rare. Usually, my mana, on other classes so far, my mana's been just fine. And I have to stop and rest because of my health, but I guess it kind of makes sense, Ranger. That's like a bugged animation, can't even see it coming. Whoa, that scared me. Dwarf on a scorpion. The mounts in this game are pretty cool. I feel like they've put more time into the mounts than like most things so far, which is fine, I guess. It's definitely like an MMO play for sure. Damn, that last hit hurt really bad. Right there, look, I casted my scatter shot and literally nothing happened. It used my mana, went on cooldown, and nothing happened. I low-key think I do more damage too when I switch to the sword and shield for right now if I'm just auto-attacking. It's like the same damage, but you attack faster. This is a rations angle. See, it's like way faster. So once you get the funds to like keep stocked on rations, I think it's worth. I don't know what's happening. Dodge the kill shot on the archers. Don't bash me. Oh. It's cooked. Wait, maybe not actually. These are two idiots. Gotta kill this big guy, bro. I'm dead actually. Those defenders take a bit to chunk out. The cleric, homie. Let's go. I'm definitely like lagging. I don't know what's... My abilities keep like going a second later. Yeah, if I don't time this right, it's kind of just like a waste of mana. Also, I don't understand why this gets turned off so much. Hunts may not be activated while mark is currently... I see. So once you use the mark, it shuts off your hunt. So every time you use mark, you have to reapply whatever hunt you're trying to use. I kind of wish it was just like a aura that stayed on. It seems like unnecessary to have to activate it every time. But it still lets you use your mark if you don't have it on. Which is weird. Oh, no, it doesn't. Wait, double healer, smacking hard actually. They're pumping heals. Trying to save my mana for the other guy, but this guy's taking forever. Can I do this mid-combat? Wait, no shot. Enter a form of stealth, becoming very difficult to see, especially when not moving. Other characters may detect you based on their perception and your stealth level, as well as your distance and angle to them. Your allies will always be able to see you. Any actions besides sprint will cancel this effect, as well as incoming damage or other negative effects. This will trigger a 60-second cooldown, but you can use it in combat. Like, you just de-aggroed. Like a Vanish. That's kind of wild, isn't it? I guess like if they're close enough or high enough level, or they're doing damage to you, like if you have a dot on you or something, it won't work, but probably can pretty reliably use this to drop combat. That's actually really sick. Like that time I got the evasion right when he got up on me, so waste of mana. But I could definitely see the utility, like especially if you're fighting harder mobs where they are reliably like getting to you. I cannot dodge this flamethrower ability. The animation is whack, I keep doing it too soon. I'm gonna try to block the bash. So it's like really hard to dodge. That didn't work. Bash OP, I guess. I'm liking the bow though. Because I've been using the bow with my ranger. Sorry, with my mage. Last phase, I was using a spell bow, like the whole time. Because it's really good at reliably proccing your freeze and stagger at the same time, and then your freeze lets you shatter, and your stagger lets your chain lightning double cast. When you're getting like really into the juice of the mage rotation. I really like this race too. They're like kind of like wood elves. Really cool for ranger. Like my big bare feet. It actually lets you zoom in way too close. What, they're called like pie rye or something like that? That time I dodged like a split second too soon, it just completely canceled my power shot. Even though I used the cooldown, used the mana. So you gotta be careful of that. We are coming up on 5, baby. And then we'll actually try to do some quests and stuff. Oh. Dodge the kill shot. Pretty long range on your bow, too. I dodged the bash. Let's go. I did it again. Just gotta be really ready for it. I wish there was like a split second of leeway where if you dodged, you could continue your weapon combo. But every time you dodge, it like fully resets your weapon combo. So you have to like restart your chain to get your finisher through, but I wish you could like do dodge and still get like continue the combo after that. So it kind of makes sense why you can't, because then it wouldn't really be a combo anymore, I guess, or like a chain. Oh, and then there's also this focus mechanic that I completely forgot about. It's just like this buff up here. Ranger abilities deal 15% damage proportionate to how much focus is stored, and consume focus proportionate to the amount of damage that was dealt. Regenerate 3 focus per second. Weapon combo finishers restore 10 focus. So, like, where is my focus being showed? I have no idea. But it's making me do more or less damage. Like, yeah, when we have full focus, we just wreck them, right? Like right off the opener right there, but it definitely like falls off a bit as we like keep fighting, I guess. Every time we get a third shot through, it gives us 10 back. Right here. I wish it was like a bar or something. Oh, it is. It's right here. It's this green. Look around here. Focus. Okay. 100 out of 100 focus. It's like this. Okay, okay. It's gonna bash me. It's gonna be annoying with this healer. Like right there, I tried to scatter shot, but it was locked out from the end of power shot because I didn't dodge. If I dodged it, you can do it so much faster if you are willing to trade the stamina to dodge. It's like our 10th family pamphlet. We're close, baby. 93%. I think I want to try... We'll check out this concentrated power shot, and if that sucks, we'll try something else, but... I think this... If this does what I think it's going to, it's going to turn this into like a chargeable pen shot that we can like open with and then power shot. That should be really cool. Wait. just because I want to test this. Okay, so he's too close right there. Oh wait, no, it worked. That's crazy, bro. You can just vanish and like reset on a 60-second cooldown. That's fucking OP, bro. You could like choose to not die a lot of the time if you want. By the way, we're deathless in phase 3 so far. I have yet to die on any of my characters. We'll see how long that lasts, but probably just curse myself saying that. Doing the hardcore phase 3 run. I was low-key thinking that would be fun to do, just like a hardcore solo level 1 to 25, like all on your own. No deaths. Uh-oh. I think you can maybe like walk out of the kill shot hitbox too. I think it's like a line attack, not like a tab targeted attack. Feels like I just walk out of it sometimes like I do with the sleep strike. Let's go! I was about to say but not anymore. Okay, so we have disengage, quickly kick enemies in front of you while backflipping in the opposite direction. That's going to be really good. We'll probably get that next. Acquire 1 stack of, and it snares them. This is going to be a really good one that I'm going to really like. This is like execution damage, headshot. Deal physical damage, deal 25% more damage to targets below 50% of their maximum health. Applies 1 stack of wounded, which is anti-heal, for each 25% health missing. So if you hit them when they're 75% down, it's going to go 3 stacks of wounded, which is 5 per stack, so 15% reduced healing. Physical penetration increased by 25% against dazed targets. Dazed says mag speed. Oh, magic, like magic casting speed. Okay, so daze increases cast time for your enemies. If they're dazed, this does 25% more physical pen. If they're silenced, that's doubled. Interesting. Oh. I think let's try this concentrated scatter shot. So it's turning this one into becomes a held ability. After being fully charged, you instead fire a single projectile in a forward line. So here's it without. We should be able to just blast through both these guys, right? That's cool. It seemed like the same damage, just like a different style of attack. Like it trades the cone for like more range, I guess. Let's see. It kind of fucking slaps. Those both crit. Definitely has more of that like pen shot feel. Oh, and you can still release it early to spread it. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Still glade ring. Oh, no shot. Yo, we got a ring. This is crazy rare for this level. I don't think I've gotten a single piece of gear yet on any of my other guys. Just randomly dropped. It's green too. Fizz defense and max health, beautiful. Polished smooth by the hands of wardens long vanished. This ring holds a shimmer of light once trapped beneath the canopy. It steadies the spirit as if you were seated among the ancient roots, hearing only wind and birdsong. Yo, this shit was made for me, bro. I have a tree coming out of my head. Oh, the other thing is you can, even if you have your bow equipped, you can still block. And if you have a shield on, it'll without weapon swapping, you can block with your shield and still have your bow out. I thought that was pretty cool. You can like quick block without weapon swapping. Here, I'm gonna run into town, check the board again, get a quick bio, and then we'll roll back out and like hit a couple quests around here. Some like contracts. So far, I've been doing basically a really loose combination of, because it takes a lot to level up, like a lot of killing. So if I find a good spot to farm, like those bandits right there, I'll just, it goes faster if you just disregard quests and just chill, you know, farm in a good spot. And like if you can pick up contracts and quests on the way, then it's worth. But I found that just exclusively trying to quest is like not that great because of how kind of scattered they are. It seems a lot better to get them along the way. Some of the quest routes pretty big. That one's pretty juicy. A magical bag of mixed goodies. Oh, no shot. More gear. I think we're gonna get the River Stalker. Like 3 of the River Stalker pieces from that quest, so this would give us a 4th. 5 pieces would give us... What is this force it's showing? What is this? So if you get 5 pieces, your defense is increased by 6% and your strength and enter increased by 15%. That's pretty good. And these are like the... Yeah, here's all magic defense, all fizz defense, like hybrid. I low-key think the River Stalker early on is probably best on like most classes, even like mage. I got, just because I knew I was going to be rolling a couple dex classes, I went with the academic stuff on my mage. I think it's not even a bad play to just go River Stalkers on mage too, because if you don't do that, you have no physical defense. So if you get hit at all, it fucking hurts. This is not a bad shield either. I don't think the bracers come in the other pack of armor, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the bracers, I think. Actually, I low-key want to check. Here's the mage. He's like a full elf, whatever they're called. These guys could be bros, though, for sure. Yeah, Pyri are what they're called. And then Aperian's like the elf race. But you can do this parcel quest to get starter gear, and I just want to make sure the bracers aren't part of that, because if they are, then I'm going to get a shield. Oh, hello, Mr. Mage. What was I doing? So from the quest you get chest, pants, boots. Okay, cool. Here, I'm gonna get a super quick AFK, guys. I'll be right back. I just need a quick file. Okay. We're back. You know which other class is wicked fun? I played the second most, which wasn't very much. In phase 2 was a fighter. I played him to like level 8 and it was really fun actually. You saw right there, I have the fighter started. Okay, we're going bracers. Stalker. Huge, actually huge. Wait, I got another ring? That's crazy, bro. Wait. Dude, I got a regular version. I thought this was like a quest item. I got 2 of these Steelglade rings, bro. One's green. Green's like a little bit better. 3 more fizz defense, 2 more max health. That's crazy. I haven't gotten any gear drops on other characters yet, I feel like. Dude, and I got a short bow? What is happening? No way, I just got a weapon. This is the first weapon I've gotten. Dude, it's way better. It is a short bow, so the combo's gonna be a little different. I think the short bows are pretty good though. Finish the commission. Got a bunch more. Reach the encampment of Zephyr Winds. A loose page of thin paper bearing a large block printed title torn from a wall of close. I'm just gonna like, I think I'm just gonna stock up on a bunch of rations so I can like power farm. I think I got most of the quests here already. Is this a different board? Dude, I did not know there was a different board for crafting quests. What the hell? Maybe I try to grab some of this shit on the way. Also, I cannot figure out how to keybind this dash for the life of me. It's like a separate... Also can't figure out how to move this hotbar. Just puts it right in the middle of your screen and you can't find it. I don't know what the deal is with that. Okay, we sell our glint. Big 10 silver there. And I think I'm just gonna buy a fucking... at least a full stack. What is that? What is that? Yeah, that's basically everything we've earned so far, just back in rations. Yeah, low-key, I'm just gonna pretty much buy as much as I can. Let's just snag this contract super quick that we have right here, and then we'll go. I'm gonna go up and do like orcs, goblins. The short bow looks like it kind of pumps. What is the combo? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like 6 shots, 6 shot procs it, I think. Let's see. Where'd all these guys go? Alright, we'll come back to that, I guess. I cannot wait around for spawns in RPGs, dude. I just can't. It's like my least favorite part about MMOs. I really like this area, though. This starting zone. Like really captures like the high fantasy vibe. This Galen Gate, this whole kind of area around it. They need to work on these quest circles. You only get credit if you kill stuff within the circle. And it's kind of AIDS because it's very often that those type of mobs are like all over the zone where it shows the quest. But you can like only get credit if you're in the little circle on the map, which is pretty dumb. I know. This guy just doesn't exist. Dude, we are shredding with the new bow. What in the world? These are cool looking. Oh, I'm like, why am I not doing a finisher? It's because I didn't pick one yet for short bow. Yo, I think we go bleed. Unless snare stacks. I guess it does. Maybe we go snare. Yeah, that actually makes short bow quite a bit better than longbow for a ranger or solo if it does do the snare thing. Stacking. I really like this middle path where the stam tree basically just really rewards effectively dodging. Dude, I really like this scattershot upgrade because you can just use it. If you just tap it, it works exactly how it did before. But it gives you the option to hold it now. To turn it into like a line pin shot. I actually really like that. Even just my autos now, kind of shred. Crazy what a new bow, 2 rings, and bracers will do. Yeah, dude, it actually, my salvo hits so much harder than it was. Two more.
Let's go. Just keep getting a bunch of these crafting XP scrolls. I'm thinking I should probably ride through and get these other quests from Lion's Hold, because there's ones to kill the goblins. At least there's this one for the scraps. I should probably get. Like, why? Like this, like, look at how many goblins are in this zone, bro. They're literally all over. I only get credit for killing them in this tiny circle. It's so weird. I know for sure there's like a goblin scraps quest at this bonfire. We'll snag at least that. I low-key kind of want to ride through Lion's Hold and grab the quest there though, just so we have them. There is like a Boneyard Brigade quest for this area, but it's like so annoying to complete that I don't know if that's worth. Let's at least like see what's on the board because we're right here. Look at the Ember Spring too. And there's like the quest for the ruins up here from this priest, I think. Oh, this is the parcels one, I think. I need this one. That's for gear. It's the one I'm thinking of. Honestly, maybe worth like riding out of your way for right now, but I'll do that later. There's the Ember Spring. Here's the priest. This guy has the quest for Kalorn, Cleric and Worshipper of the Seven. Varying levels of curses happening up in this. What's it called? Like Wilhelm or something? I forget what it's called. Warhelm is what it's called. If you start on this side, it's probably worth your time to run over to Samaya's Hope and grab the quests on this board too. Because there's a bit of overlap, I'm sure. I think... this guy. Pick any of the recent settlements on your map, deliver these supplies. Okay. Arch Purifier calls upon warriors and sworn blades to uncover the foul origins of the dreaded Warhound curse. Oh. Why can't I accept my full? I'm actually full. Some of these early gathering ones are honestly probably worth... There we go. So what, you can have 30 then? Okay. Slake Rem sought the lion hold. I don't need this one. Guess I could do them super quick. Oh yeah, and there's like this Splinters quest right here, I think. Yeah. Fuck. This place has a Lionhold has a lot of lower level like contracts. Seems like these level 2s. It's like 5 of them over here. On the other side, they kind of scale kind of fast. Like this closest one is here. I'll just abandon this one. Let's just see if we can blast a couple of these really fast. Was that a mistake? Dude, this short bow absolutely pumps. Seven out of 10 already. This is the fastest I've ever done this quest. Usually it's like so fun to... One moss. Let's go. Now we need ravens. For science, if I kill this raven outside of this circle, does it count? It does, okay. And maybe they fixed that. Because it used to have to like be in the circle. It was actually really toxic. Bro, why can I not attack? Eight out of 10. Oh, that's too rare. out of mana. I need a potion. I've not seen pots yet. Basically, there's these salves. They're like still healing over time, but much more concentrated. I don't know. I wonder if there is just like straight up potions. I'm sure there is eventually. Yeah, these are actually going insanely fast over here. If I remember right, there's a bunch of wolves over here. There's some like back on this like ridge line. What is this, bro? Weird stone. It looks weird. Where are the wolves at, bro? I thought there was some over here. Maybe they're farmed up. Maybe we say fuck to that one. Yo, getting health salves out of those chests is actually so huge. I feel like the health salves early on are actually so rare. You get 3 from like initial quest, you really want to use them sparingly. It's like your only pot, basically. There's a lot of people out here, bro. I like to see it. I missed one. Captain Finn. Let's push them out. We have a fuckload of goblin quests all of a sudden. Yeah, this is the gear quest. Collect parcels along the roads. I think it's the first one I got when I rode into town there. This is the rubbish one we're looking for. Loot goblin sacks from throwers. Goblins on the ramparts. I don't think I've got this one yet. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of quests in this area. It's pretty good. Oh, wait. I have to fucking talk to these people for this one. There's also, I figured it out on my wizard, but there's a specific order you have to talk to him in for some reason for it to work. Some of the quests are definitely still a little buggy. Or a lot buggy, maybe. Yeah, like it didn't count either of those because we were missing one. I don't understand this shit, bro. Here we go. Why did it work that time and not before? I'm not sure. Next, it's supposed to be this chick, but it's like bugged because we talked to her already, I guess. That's low-key super annoying. Oh wait, no, it's this guy, sorry. I don't understand why you have to talk to him twice. That's weird. Where is this one? This chick. Read. Ask the Arch Purifier about the curse. Optional, read the wedding poem. Optional, where is Harvin been? Optional, maybe Harvin is near the pillars under the bridge. Could Harvin be wanted? Wind rushing high, water streaming low, leaves rustle underfoot, branches slow, eyes over home, hearts are one. Hey, it's lurking. Why does it sound so familiar? If you have the bolas, I could use your assistance. Purifier's Guide around here will give you an idea of what tasks you'd perform. Here's some coin. Consider my offer. Yeah, it's this. Arch Purifier. Investigate the curse of the Ayla ruins. Okay, finally. Wait, no way. I gotta talk to more people though. The same people. That would be crazy if I just gotta talk to the same 5 people again in the same order. Alright, this is just a shit quest, I'm gonna be real. I will find him. Did we finally get it? Now we gotta go back to the Arch Purifier. Wait, what, dude? Am I stuck in an infinite loop? Just gave me the same thing? Alright, if I'm just gonna talk to him one more time, this Arch Purifier guy. If it loops again, we're just gonna leave. Yeah, it's just fucking buggy, I guess. Well, maybe we progressed it enough to actually do it this time, TBD. It's showing one more. Oh, that's where she's at. Well, that's fine. I love a good pen shot, bro. What's this? Grub Fiddle's notes. A poorly crafted book, it's more like a binder of coarse parchment. The words Grub Fiddle scrolled on its cover. Primitive sketch of a stick figure goblin holding a stick over water. Beneath it reads Tooth Snare Hilt Ooze. Primitive sketch of a goblin holding an arm and dangling something beneath it like a wine shine. sometimes you just don't do damage. I think I canceled my power shot there with the dodge, I guess. Ooh, that's fucking huge. Dude, and then it's like up already if you're hitting your... Because every finisher reduces the cooldown by 3. Wow, it actually can work so fast. Wait, I'm in love with this ability. Scatter shot OP. Scouting quests right here. I do really like the environment design. I feel like they really captured like the high fantasy vibes of this area. Actually, and I started my dwarf in the new area. That's actually really good too. You can kind of like hold it in the middle and get it like somewhere between the pen shot and the scatter shot. Seems like at least. These guys pull together. Might be bad. Remember, we have our Vanish. If it gets too swift. Energy globule doesn't sound good. Easy. We're actually significantly stronger with those couple of good pieces we got. I wonder. I need to figure out something for my mana, bro. I like going pen on my main damage ability or weapon. Oh god, excuse me. When you hit one or more enemies with disengage, its cooldown is refreshed and can be used again. This can only use once per quiver. That's kind of crazy. Snipe. Thundering shot. Lightning reload. Grants a charge of lightning reload, allowing you to fire one ability shot for free, ignoring its cooldown and other costs. Whoa. Wonder if you can do that at like the same time as shit. Ranger definitely has less overall abilities than other classes, I feel like. I don't know, maybe they don't have any like sort of inherent mana stuff. Oh, here we go. Each time the target of your regeneration effect deals damage to your marked target. Regeneration is this, you like cast an party member. So it's not, you can't do it solo. That's interesting. Why am I not getting the snare? Oh, I didn't put it on. It's just switch weapons. Gotta put our weight on. There we go. Another annoying thing I noticed about the aggro is like that. If someone like radius pulls and you do damage to it, it won't pull him off. So that guy will chase that guy until he resets, even though I damaged him. And then sometimes he'll randomly come back to me too. I don't know. I feel like the aggro has been pretty weird the whole time. Yeah, there we go. There's 2 snare stacks. So when he has 2 on him, should be slowed by 50%. Wait, he just canceled my scatter thing? If you get hit, does it cancel that charge? Yeah, I run out of mana so much sooner than I run out of health. And that's without me even using my marks at all. Guess my ration just canceled, I don't know. Why? Oh, I'm hitting block. GG. Just wasted 2 rations. Oh right, we have to go kill goblins in this very specific circle over here. For no apparent reason. I guess it's just on this side of the river because that guy counted. That guy did not count, so TBD on how it tracks. That move pump's fully charged. Really like it. I'm like really surprised there's no like early mana stuff. Oh, you can do bleeding instead of weighted for your... That's actually really strong. Buff me? Thank you. My goat. Blam. Blasting. Dude, I got magic daggers, bro. I gotta figure out how to get those to my mage. My gear, my luck chance on gear and this guy's going crazy. I found like... I don't think I had found a gear drop on any of my other characters yet, bro. I found like 4 on this guy. It's the streamer luck, man. It's fucking real. It's weird. If I stream, my chances of rare anything goes way up. Pretty beefy, like we have a pretty big health pool. Like especially because we're killing most stuff before it gets to us. We love this guy. What is he doing? Thorns. This is like our racial we just got for our level 6 on the side here. Envelop target ally with thorns, dealing damage equal to 1/3 of the ranger's level and a 10% chance of applying bleeding each time ally is struck. Can be maintained on one ally at a time and cannot be applied to a target already affected with thorns. Can I do it to myself? Let's go. There's some ally abilities you can only do to actual allies, like doesn't count yourself, but looks like we're thorns up. Let's try it. Does a decent bit of damage actually. Wait, are we done with? We might be done with Gabos. Okay, we gotta kill more goblins in this specific circle. There's the Grumfundle guy. Ooh, Goblin Rock Sacks. Slay Undead. Okay. Like how I just took 308 fall damage, but I have full health. The fall damage in this game is so weird. Maybe my horse took that, so it just happened. I think your horse does have super health in you. Yeah, it was his. So mounts protect from fall damage. Noted. Why can't I target it? I don't think hardly anyone goes to the Samaya's Hope side. For whatever reason, way more people go to Lionwood. That's where I first went initially. I don't know why that is, but it seems like the stuff, as soon as you get on the right side of this ruins, it's like way less crowded over here. I like it. Shot's a little buggy sometimes. Like, saw it there, it like canceled it halfway through and then let me try to shoot it again and then shot the halfway charge version. I don't know what the deal is. It's my niece playing above me if you hear something. Like, dude, it keeps happening. So they implemented this new meshing system, and there's certain areas where, like, so basically the way I understand it is every zone, like, is on its own server, and you basically, when you pass between zones, you cross onto another server, and this is how they can sustain such a big environment without any loading screens. It's like blocked off. It's like blocks of, as soon as you cross out of a block though, it puts you on a different server. So I think there's a crossing zone like right here, because mid combat, if you cross that line and transfer between meshing servers, it bugs out really. It's actually not nearly as bad here. When I was up in Warhelm with my mage last time, it was actually so bad up there where you could hardly even fight because of the amount of like zoning walls that were like in between you and mobs. I think there's one right here, like right here, because the last two times we've crossed there our multi-shot worked out. Let me see if I can get it to do it again. I kind of just fucked that up. It's like right here. Yeah, you saw the fire move. It's right here. We're on it. Isn't that weird? So like in combat, like right now, The way it was working earlier is like me right here, I couldn't be seen by a group member right here on the other side of the meshing line. So they gotta figure that shit out. Because that felt really bad. I was like just killing some guys with a cleric up there, or with a bard. And it felt so buggy actually. I probably gotta hop off soon. I gotta eat and take care of some shit. There's a quest up here we can get. There's a quest here we can get. Let's see what these are real quick. Wait, what's our level 6, bruh? It's a disengage. That's cool, bro. That's really cool. Ooh, 131 plus 68. Damn. This is actually pretty good farming right here. Might come back here tomorrow to start it off. No mana. The thorns with the bleeding makes the one-handed like sword shield trades not that bad when you're like boom and stuff's up on you. You can literally just kind of stand here and face tank it for a little bit. Forgot I was out of mana. So low-key, I think it's going to be really good to, especially early on, I didn't even realize this, but by the crafts guy where you do the quest to get your mount, there's a different board, a crafting board. At least in Samaya's Hope there is. I don't know if I saw it in, I'm sure there is one in Lion of Soul too. But it gave me a bunch of these low-level crafting quests, and I think like, for example, this oak one, if you can just cut down 20 oaks on your way, like we just got one right there. Not only are you getting XP from cutting down the oak, right? Like I got 80 lumberjack XP and 175 XP for cutting down the tree. You actually can turn in the commissions for, and you get these craft caches. So that actually might be like a good play while you're leveling to do the basic kind of gathering stuff along the way. Like the big oaks take a while, but the smaller ones aren't too bad. But I got like that for all the starter stuff. So I got that for the fish bluegill, got it for basalt, got it for ash, got it for snowdrop, got it for daffodils somewhere, yeah. So I think like just getting 20 trees on the way of doing other stuff, probably gonna be the play. I'll probably do that later though. Tree just wigged out. Dude, what is with my luck on this guy? Look, green earrings, health and mana. Wait, and a hood? Dude, did they increase the drop rate on stuff? There's no way I'm getting so much more than I did on my other guys. I don't understand what's happening. Just gave us some bass from that. Some green bass. Ooh. A floating diamond mined to some. Although no one has been able to fracture it, let alone move it from this position. Dunnock was the right hand of the demigod Bell Song, the timekeeper of Teshiva. Ancient text said that he gave his life so that the timekeeper could capture the essence of infinity. He is now part of the past, the present, and the future. Bellsong is the celestial crafter, smithy of wonders and gearworks of grandeur. He is the timekeeper, and his secrets of gearworking could unlock eternal prosperity. Gearworking is a complex form of engineering that goes by many names, such as applied magic, arcanics, or spellsmithing. Ooh. It is this knowledge that rests within the Tower of Bellsong. Where is that at? Rise upon a mighty mount within the land of Ayla. Seek ye the tower upon a mount of glittering stars. In honor of Dunnock, transcending now into eternity. The resonance of essence can be felt within this large crystalline structure. It levitates at the point from which it breaches this realm. It cannot be budged. Interesting. Very interesting. There it is. Gem Spring. Oh my. Right there, I just used disengage and literally nothing happened. Just went on cooldown. Let's visit this grub fiddle guy, and then I'm probably gonna call it there. I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow. I'm really gonna... Whoa. Maybe we gotta fight our way to him. Dude, I did not mean to shoot this Gren, bro. I just tap targeted. Fuck. We're blasting now, baby. We are online. Alright, I gotta go though. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow, like around same time, like 10 a.m. PST. I might really try to be consistent with it. So, and I'm gonna be switching it up. I got Mage level 8, Rogue level 5, this guy level 6 now, Fighter level 4. So I'm just gonna be playing all of them. I think I'm probably gonna play Rogue tomorrow. Who's around the same level as this guy. Pretty much same spot too. This Scorpion now. It's cool. Wait, am I going the wrong way? Just gonna go back to Samai's over here. Actually, might as well grab this Ember Spring. We're close to it. We can just chill there. Dude, I look so ranger with a hood all of a sudden. Let's go. Dude, what is that place? Wait, is that the tower it was talking about? Might be. Oh, is it this place? I think that's this place, the Tower of Carfin. That's like a high level raid. It looks closer than it is. Ajax. Bard actually looks so fun. That's one of the ones I haven't tried yet. That's probably going to be... I don't know why they only give you 5 character slots in a game where you're trying to test 7 different classes, but I think for my last character slot, I'm going to go with Bard, probably. Professor A.G. Hughes. What's this guy doing? Alright, that was super fun. I appreciate everyone hanging out and watching. I will be back tomorrow with more leveling action. GG's everyone. I'll catch you later. Peace.